Hey everybody, it's Scott at Extreme Performance Training Systems here in Atlanta, Georgia. In this video I want to show one of the variations that we like to utilize here at my training center. I use this with a lot of my MMA fighters and jiu-jitsu athletes that I train. This is a drill that we do in our belt squat utilizing the Bandbell Earthquake Bar. Now the belt squat is probably one of the most used pieces of equipment at my training center because it's insanely effective. Not only is it a great exercise for squatting, particularly if you don't want spinal compression like you get with a regular barbell, but you can do a variety of walking and marching drills in the belt squat that are great for building up the hips. And when we incorporate exercises like various loaded carries, we can get all kinds of other training effects as well. Some of the fighters and grapplers I work with even like to do things like they'll pull out the mitts and they'll do some mitt work. They might do some shadow boxing. They might pummel and just kind of drill for inside position and things like that as well. So you're really limited by your creativity on how you implement the belt squat into your training. What I'm going to show today is one of the favorite drills that my MMA fighters like to use. And this is something that, like I said, we're going to use the Bandbell Earthquake Bar. If you don't know what the Bandbell Bar is, this is a bar that was made by a guy named Jim Seitzer. His company is Bandbell, and they make these bamboo bars that when you suspend weights on the bar via bands, it causes the bar to vibrate in a chaotic manner. And what you're going to find is we do a lot of our bench pressing and shoulder pressing and things like that with this bar. What you're going to find is that all the small muscles around the shoulder joint are brought into play when you're doing the exercise. So it's fantastic for rehabilitating injured shoulders, and it's also great for building strength in the smaller muscles in the connective tissue as more of a prehabilitation exercise. But in this video, what I want to do is show some of the static holds that we do with the Bandbell Bar when we're doing our belt squat work or our belt squat marches and things like that. Now, if you don't have a Bandbell Bar, you got to get one. To quote my buddy Sean Doherty up in Ohio, he said, "Jim Seitzer is a fucking genius," and he's not lying. This bar is a tremendous addition to any gym, any training center. I definitely recommend that you get one. And the benefit with it being bamboo, it's also the cheapest shipping you're ever going to get on a barbell you order as well. So what I want to do, like I said, is show this variation that a lot of my MMA fighters like to use on this drill. So what it is, it's a series of different holds, static holds with the Bandbell Bar. We start out by holding the bar overhead like we locked out a press as we're doing our walking and our marching drills. The second exercise, we're going to hold the bar as if we just finished a bicep curl, and we're just going to hold it statically in that position as we do the marching drills. And then the last one, we're going to hold the bar in what's called a Zerger Lift or a Zerger Carry, where we're holding the bar in the crook of the elbows. So these three positions, generally what this workout encompasses is about 5 minutes of marching. So you could do this, like if you wanted to do multiple sets, you could do like a 15-minute workout. You could do 3 5-minute sets with a rest of about 30 to 60 seconds in between each. It's a great way to do it. Sometimes we might do this drill for 1 5-minute round. Then we might go to some shadow boxing or mitt work for a 5-minute round. Then we might do some loaded carries and some things for like a 5-minute round. But generally, one of the drills that my people like to do is over the 5 minutes, they like to do 3 minutes of carries with 2 minutes of walking. So generally what they'll do is they'll do the overhead carry for 1 minute. They'll set the bar down, they'll walk for a minute. They'll do the curl carry for a minute, set it down and walk for a minute. And then they'll finish with the Zerger carry for a minute, and then that will complete that 5-minute round. So I just want to demonstrate the 3 different holds with this bar, and what you're going to see is I've got 3 weights hung on each side of the bar. So what we found is that it's better to hang multiple weights on the bar because it creates a more chaotic effect on the bar, and that's what we're after. We want the bar to shake. We want it to challenge the torso and the stabilizing muscles. So the more weights that we hang on the bar, the more of a chaotic response that we get. A lot of times, just because we're lazy, we'll throw 1 kettlebell or 1 heavier plate on each side, and that's great. You do get some chaotic movement in the bar, but what we find is that the more plates that we hang on the bar, the greater the chaotic response is on the bar. So again, the first position that we like to work is we'll just pick the bar up, press it up overhead, and we'll hold it in this locked out overhead position, and then we just work a marching or walking drill. And what you see is that the suspended weights start making the bar go crazy. So what I'm feeling is all those small muscles around the shoulder joint. I'm feeling a lot in my torso muscles trying to stabilize that load as it's bouncing all over while I'm marching back and forth on the platform. So in addition to the benefits that the bar provides, which like I said is the strength and stability of the shoulders, the activation of the torso muscles, because I got the load suspended on my hips as I'm walking and pushing out on my feet, I'm working my glutes, I'm working my quads, I'm working my hamstrings, I'm working all the muscles in the lower extremities, while at the same time, the belt is correcting pelvic tilt and it's also tractioning my lumbar spine. So it's pretty cool. We got a lot of stuff going on here from strength and conditioning as well as a therapeutic standpoint with this exercise. The second drill that we work on this exercise is, like I said, it's holding the bar like you finished a bicep curl. So we'll pick it up, we'll hold it in this position as we do the marching and walking exercises. And what this one does, again, you see the chaotic response in the bar as it's shaking all over the place. But because I'm holding that barbell up statically, my shoulders are just getting fried. So this is great for building shoulder endurance for your guard position as well. The last exercise that they like to do is the Zerger Carry. So what you're going to do is pick up the bar in the crook of the elbows, and then you finish with the marching and walking drills. So again, you can see the weight swinging around, creating that chaotic effect on the bar. It's challenging a little bit more of the torso, not quite as bad on the shoulders as the other two exercises were, but what this does is it kind of accommodates the fatigue that sets in from the overhead hold and the bicep curl carry. So we move from the more difficult position down to the easier positions as that fatigue sets in. And like I said, this is just one of our favorite ways to implement the belt squat into our strength conditioning program. And the variation of loaded carries that we like to do with that is the Bandbell Earthquake Bar. So again, if you don't have a Bandbell bar at your gym and training center, highly recommend you get one. It's incredibly versatile, and you can do a lot with the bar. If you've got any questions on things that I present in this video, please feel free to message me at scott@eptsgym.com. And if you've got suggestions for exercises that you might like me to see covered, or training methods you'd like to see covered, or if you just got some questions about your training that you'd like me to answer in some upcoming videos, please feel free to send those to me at that email address as well. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully if you've got access to a belt squat and a Bandbell bar and you haven't tried this yet, give it a try, let me know how it goes. And until next time, stay strong and stay healthy.